Yo, we good? Okay. Alright, guys. So today, doing a first to 10 with Peter the Great. For anyone who doesn't know who Peter the Great is, which is understandable because most of my followers are Georgia Smash players, with the exception of a few people. But Peter is from Fresno, which is located in Central California, not to be confused with SoCal, which is California. Uh, he is a PR player. I believe he is ranked 6 over there. So let's give him a call.
Hello?
Yo, Peter, how's it going, man?
Going good. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's been a while since we've done some Smash stuff.
Been a while indeed.
How you been doing since with all this quarantine stuff?
I've been alright. I was doing online classes before, so like it didn't change my schedule much.
Oh, well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Is the online classes harder for you, or like?
Nah. They work out.
I mean, I've taken online classes before. It's different than being there in person, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
for some people, I know it's a struggle because it's like you kind of have to force yourself to do it. Like you don't have anyone there to like keep an eye on you to kind of.
I know, right? Like I have to make sure I don't get lazy. I gotta make sure my audio stuff's working out. The last time I tried to do audio with Discord in the stream, it like kept doing echoes, so I'm trying out some different settings.
Yeah, Discord can be unfriendly with streaming sometimes.
Alright. Lower Discord audio a bit, and then let me go live on my end and see how all this works. Because the last time I tried to do it, it ended up having a thing where I didn't separate my audio sources, so I was getting like 2 echoes of the game. And I was like, nope, don't need that.
Oh yeah. Do you use OBS?
Streamlabs OBS, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes that can be a thing, having all the audio captures and stuff.
Yeah, I tried to set it where it doesn't pick up the straight game audio and it'll just pick it up from desktop and see if that'll work, because that way I can just pick up Discord from desktop and I'm not running anything else. Alrighty, time to go live on my end. See if this works out just as well. Oh, my light's looking green. That's good. Alrighty.
Someone will tell me if something's messed up on my end. That's usually how my streams go.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm glad you could show this one. You missed me getting beat down. Peter, if you didn't know, yes, I've been doing a couple first attempts with some of the players in my region.
Okay.
Yesterday, I did a first attempt with one of our PR players. I kind of got smacked down.
Aw.
So
The last like online thing that happened to me. I was like, they were doing like a little online tournament and I fought the #1 in my region, and I think I got 3-1'd in like winner's side, and then I think I got like 3-0'd in grands. Like he got me.
I mean, you was going against the #1 in your region. That's always tough, man.
Yeah. Plus it's a matchup that's hard for me. He plays Young Link and I'm really bad against Young
Oh yeah,
Link.
was that that Young Link that I saw that one time you did that tournament?
Yeah, it was him. He's real good. And I'm real bad at that matchup.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know how many people are really good with Young Link matchups unless they play a lot of Young Links.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so again, people don't know, Peter is PR in Fresno, which is Central California.
Yep. I was number 6 on the last PR, and the PR before that I was number 7.
Number 6. So, I'm gonna leave his link to his channel. Go check him out. He does more than just Smash. I've seen lately you've been doing Vegas. Great
Yeet.
game. That's honestly, like, if I started thinking about like some of the like top 50 games ever, I think that would probably make it. I think that's probably the best Fallout, honestly, in my opinion. I did like Fallout 3 as well. I don't mind Fallout 4 either. So I mean, Fallout is pretty good.
It is, and New Vegas is just a ton of fun. I played it so many times. It's like I was trying to think of a game I would do because it was my birthday and I had just hit affiliate, so I was like, I should do something fun, and I was like, I'm gonna play one of my favorite games. And then it's really fun to play New Vegas in like in a melee build because of all like the crazy perks you can get to just blow people up by punching them. It's really fun.
Oh, doing the melee build, yeah. I mean, that's the best thing about like games like that you can go back and it has a ton of replayability because you can just do different stuff every time you play it.
Exactly, yeah. Alright.
So have you ever done a first to 10 before?
I haven't personally done one yet. I've like watched other top players do theirs.
Yeah. So like essentially, all we're really doing is that like I'm having the rule set on random stages. I mean, I'm using legal stages, but like
Yeah.
having it on
I've seen them where they just do the random, so it cycles through all the legal stages.
yeah, so it just flows better because if you're doing the first to 10, I mean, one of the first to 10s I did, we did all 19 games, if you could believe it or not. And I was just like, yeah, that would have took a lot longer if we actually was like taking time like picking stages. I mean, it's not like it's a tourney or anything. You're just kind of like
Yeah.
playing, understanding the matchup and all that kind of stuff. So
Especially because it's first to 10, so there's so many matches, like the dynamic for counter-picking stages isn't as big of a thing. Because
yeah,
like,
exactly.
how do you counter-pick stages this many times?
Step into the ring.
I will say, okay, I just made the arena just so you're aware. I did put in a small battlefield.
Hey, I'm down with that.
You're okay with that? Okay. I mean, I don't know how many times
You
we're gonna
can't-
get it, but-
Mario, when you say I can't hear Peter, is that you can't hear me, or you... Oh yeah, he can't. Give me a second, my microphone is not set. This is why I go live and wait for people to show up before I say anything. There we go, now people can hear me. Ooh, I'm a little loud. There we go. OBS likes to do a thing where it tells me that my microphone is plugged in, and then when I go live, it switches to default mic, which is not the mic I'm using. And it goes, oh, wait, you're not saying anything.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one that has that problem.
It's just like, wait, why did you switch mic when I went live? OBS, please. Right, so what's the arena info?
I'm
Because
about to
I don't
send
think
it to
I'm
you on
friends with you on
Discord.
Switch for some reason. Yeah, I'm not. It's doofy. Alright, I'll put that in real quick.
As long as we have fun, though. I mean, I usually don't have fun getting beat down, but it's not that bad if you do first to 10s. Now, quick play, that's a whole nother story. I kind of
Oh, yeah.
that.
I had a friend talk to me about that earlier. He was all like, why can't I play online? Is it bad that I feel weird about it? And I was like, well, to me, the fun of a lot of fighting games is I like the people I play with. It's fun to play and compete with people you know. A lot of like quick play and online is just, hey, here's a faceless nobody, fight them. And it's like, it's not as fun, because there's no like dialogue, you can't like joke with them or trash talk or do other stuff. So it's just like, well, now what? The fun of a fighting game to me is playing with people you know and competing. I don't like quick play because of that. I only like to play like arenas with people I know and like other stuff. Alright.
So I know it's been a while since the last time you and me played. I think you were doing a stream. You were just like having fewer battles. So you might not know this, but I kind of dropped Bowser completely.
Oh, so just
Um,
Snake then?
yes, because see, the idea was I was never actually gonna stick with Bowser ever, even when I picked him up. It was just so I could get Snake better. But the thing is, like when I would go to locals and stuff, and we actually still have locals going on even during this time.
Yeah.
You know, you have to wear a mask and all that kind of stuff. You know, if like I go game one with Snake and I win, I'll use him. But if I lost game one, I'll be like, okay, let me switch to Bowser. It wouldn't even matter what the matchup would be. It could be a bad matchup for Bowser and like a good matchup for Snake, and I just lost because I didn't like play well. Like I just got outplayed, and I'll still switch. And I'm like, well, I'm not really improving, you know, with Snake because like anytime like I'm in a bad situation, I'll just get off him, and then I won't use him.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of like after a while, and I talked to Scat about, it's like, you know what? I just need to stop using Bowser. Like, this is actually a perfect time to like not worry about that. And so
Yeah, definitely.
I've been going out to stuff and just using Snake because like it doesn't count for anything.
That's kind of what I had to do something similar in when I was playing 4, because I used to play like a buttload of characters, but I was finding I'd get like inconsistent results because I'd always try to like counter pick characters or do other things, and it was like I should just pick one and stick with it. Like, and I started doing a lot better with it. Like having more characters is good and all, but sticking to one, especially in a time like now where we've got all this time to practice and lab and do whatever. And getting super good with one to where you can adapt them to other like play styles and characters is really strong.
4 characters? I don't know if I can do that. That's way too many matchups.
When I played 4, I used to play 9 characters.
You might as well play
I
the
had
whole
like
roster. You just might as well go random at that point.
I pretty much did.
All right.
And half of them sucked. Alrighty.
All right, man. Good luck to you.
Let's do this.
This is not gonna be fun. I do not like playing R.O.B on Wi-Fi, but
I feel that.
I had to learn this matchup.
Sure thing.
I feel like I have to
happy to.
like relearn matchups now because it's like I wasn't really learning matchups with Snake. I learned like a couple, but I would just not like play them.
Yeah.
So I know a little bit from this matchup. Hey. You have like a lot of Snake players in Central Cal?
We've got one specific one. Like, we've got our top 10 players that are pretty consistent, but there's like 3 or 4 people who are like, can get the occasional upsets on our PR and are like one good breakthrough away from being PR, and one of them plays Snake. I played doubles with them actually once, and it was a lot of fun. We do pretty decent doubles together, and I look forward to doing more of it later.
Pretty fun.
Snake R.O.B is really mean. Snake R.O.B is a really mean team. Oh dang it, it almost worked.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually they're gonna leave. I was like,
I was hoping you'd jump up here for some reason, because R.O.B can do up throw suicide kills on the platform leaving.
So fun
Well,
fact,
see
I
if I
actually
can get
made
a
that
cheese
mistake one
win.
time in doubles. against a R.O.B player. And I was like, I learned from that day. I was like, yeah.
Don't go after him on platforms on these stages. Yeah, I'm so good.
Took me forever just to get that kill.
Yeah. Oh, the mid spill again.
Yeah, not me to do dash.
Oh, that was side B. I meant up B.
Oh, what?
We take those though. We
Missed
accept these
input.
goofs.
We hate to see. Oh, you mashed fast.
I got her.
A little bit of lag right there.
It was during an animation, so it didn't matter as much. Hey, let that go. That's my parry. Oh.
No way. No
Yep, that got me.
way.
That was a good comeback after my SD. That's how we do.
Sometimes be like that.
Alright.
Gotta go to work, you know? Have a good day at work, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
Alright. Begins.
Alright, so I'm not gonna get 10-0'd. We at least know that. Thank you, Drax's Hunt, for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it.
Hey. Alright.
Also, I don't know if that's a good stage for Snake against R.O.B in that matchup. It was working okay though.
I don't think it favors either of us more, because, like, Snake doesn't kill off the side too much unless it's, like, edge guarding, which, like, R.O.B can get around because of Robo Burner. I feel like R.O.B might get more off of it because I've got more kills off of the side than you do. Off of, like, side B and, like, the top confirms into stuff.
I do not like this stage at all.
This stage is like, everyone's like, oh, this is so good for zoners. I hate it. I just like it because of the platforms over the sides. It makes my ledge trapping way harder. Because people can just jump onto the platforms.
Oh yeah, that's probably fair. I don't
So
like
I
it
can't
for
just
Snake
like leave
because
gyro
like
out and
getting
then hit him.
getting up tilts is a lot harder, and then like I can't
Oh,
like
yeah, huh.
use the up smash to the ledge trap because it just hits the platform.
Yeah.
Also, people can just like wall jump to get past stuff.
That's the real part I just like, is because I can do my spike on ledge so much, but I can't do it here because people will just tech it.
Tech can be godly here.
Taking all this extra chips and grenades.
Okay, I think I need to start low profiling that. Ooh, that was a bad option.
So yeah, C4, I don't want to get up there. Oh jeez. I'll kill Gyro, why don't you? Well, snap. Thank you, Christian, for the host. Got way too far. I'm going way too greedy for that early kill. Nope. Yeah, there I go. Alright, no SDs this time.
Damn. Speaking
Well,
of which.
unless it's yours, I guess. Alright.
Alright, I have too big of a problem getting those kills. It's probably because you're taking center stage and I can't really get,
Yeah.
You're making sure I don't get any up tilts, so then my grenades are just like being really stale on you.
Yeah. I'm just getting hit by stray hits instead of the things that kill.
We call that the duck hunt problem.
Aw. One of my buddies was streaming Nicktoons Unite and it kept crashing in the same place.
Dang.
Big sad.
That's a video game nightmare.
Just want to play this thing and it's like, no, not allowed.
I used to have that problem when I used to play Skyrim. I would always like, there was always this one part where it just like freeze. I'm just like, come on, bro.
I know, right?
Alright, this is a good stage for Snake.
Oh yeah, this is way better for you than it is for me, I think.
I'm under the opinion that it's probably his best stage.
I actually think Small Battlefield is really good for R.O.B. Like, I think it might be one of, if not his best stage. It's really good for R.O.B. He likes this kind of layout, but R.O.B doesn't have as much of like hard time taking space, so he doesn't need all the space that like this stage has.
That makes sense.
So I feel like it's really good for him because this layout's so good. I got behind you. That was horribly wrong. How many times am I gonna fall for that today?
Everyone
Where it's like,
always
oh,
falls
jump
for
in
that for some
C4s, I run to grab, and I get blown up. Yep.
Alright, so that's one few times that actually low profiling helped me out right there. Oh, I jumped right into it. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot Snake can do there.
That back air is so stupid.
It's really good.
No one ever talks about it either. That's what's funny.
It's because they have other things to complain about for Snake
Yeah,
that aren't like as
a fair
crazy.
point.
They're like, oh, up tilt's crazy busted. It's like, well, it's good. It's no back there.
There's no back air. I think that's another thing that makes this matchup hard. I can't really like ledge trap R.O.B per se.
Yeah. That's one of R.O.B's best strengths, is just, he's like, oh, you ledge trapping? Let me just recover super high. Yep. Alright.
Damn. I try to beat reverse
But I can
out
go
of
up
that.
there too. Whoa, that like went through my shield.
Ooh, I tried to jump over
Well, the
there.
second part didn't lock, but I guess it works.
That's not the correct option.
Oh dang, my audio's starting to get all choppy. In a second, I'm gonna do a quick setting on my audio before we do the next. Alrighty. There we go. Ooh, that's really loud though. Let me lower that by a good chunk.
Oh, Draxus, are you part of Peter's stream? Is that where you came from?
Yeah, he's one of my boys.
The homies appreciate that.
So I think the audio in my headset was actually like getting choppy, and because of that it would freeze the audio on stream. So I switched my output device to the laptop audio. So now I've got my headset on and I'm using it for talking, but my audio is just coming out of my laptop still.
Is it my audio or is it yours?
I think it's just yours. Or no, I think it's just my audio because I'm. It's weird because when you talk, I think it's still through my headphones, which makes you wonder if it's coming into the stream. I might not be. Let me check that out. There we go. Output device. Boom. There we go. Now people should be able to hear you again.
Alright.
Is it still really loud? I lowered it a good bit, but I can lower it more.
I mean, I can hear you just fine. I don't know.
Oh, and now we can't hear you at all. Let me do some more different settings again. Back to the default. We'll go back to what we knew. Go back to that, and then we'll change Discord output again, back to headphone. There we go. Okay, that ought to be a little... We'll just go back to normal then. I tried.
Stream stuff is difficult, man.
Yes, it is.
I'm a boomer when it comes to like technology, so I'm just like, hopefully it works out.
Yep. I'm pretty, like, I've done like audio and visual stuff for like years. I used to work on a soundboard at like my church, and I did it for other events and stuff too. So I'm used to tinkering with all this stuff, but it never gets easy. There's always something wrong.
Yeah, what can you do about technology, man?
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's keep it going.
Alright, we're at 1-2. All these games have been pretty close.
Yeah, like there haven't been like any real blowouts.
There was also 2 SDs, but...
Well, we're getting them out now.
I think this is Snake's second best stage.
Oh yeah, Battlefield's really good for Snake. It's alright for R.O.B. Battlefield's usually one of my bans just because R.O.B's worst matchups are people who like combo and ladder combo him. So
I mean, that's
like
fair.
triplats are no good.
Yeah. Forgot you're a robot that you just fly.
Yep. I ain't afraid of no ledge trapping.
Oh wow, that was a snipe right there.
I got the mings. That's one of my favorite things about Rob is the different angles you can do with him. Between both laser and ooh, nice. Both laser and the different like top percentages you can launch it at. Hey, I fell for it again. You're the one living to 200. Oh. Yep. 200 C4, that's just gonna be death.
You gotta try.
Yep.
This game has so much jank, you could probably survive.
Exactly.
Whoa, did not expect that to happen.
Oh.
The platform helped me right there.
I tried to do a runoff reverse gyro, and I just did side B. So I was like, well, this is gonna be punished. Because it's Battlefield, that's an uphill.
Grenades are the savior in this matchup.
So good. Oh, you have the read and everything.
I try to avoid spot dodge wars.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh, I didn't scoop.
Down tilt is also one of Snake's moves that no one really talks about.
It's real good. Snake's just got really good tilts. Like F tilt's good because of the whole like self-recca. Nice roll read. It's got like a bunch of like it's really good in the same way that like when people try to punish like Crom side B and they only do like 2 hits and then mix it up with like jab or down tilt and it's like, oh dang. It's good if you get the timings right. All right,
I mean,
2-2.
I'm gonna be honest. Roy and Crom, those are the characters that kind of get me tilted. All this stuff just comes out like super fast. They cover so like they do so much shield pressure. They cover spot dodges. And it's like, and everyone keeps on like, you just gotta hit them off stage. I'm like, bro, good Crom and Roy players.
If only it were that easy.
Especially Roy players, they just never get hit and stay off stage. I'm
Yep.
like, come on, man.
It's like, oh, you just have to hit them off stage when they're incredibly fast, have very good disjoints, and have very good frame data to where they can just keep throwing moves out and you can't hit them.
I mean, Crom's a little bit easier, but still, I'm just like, nah, it's not like they're Lil Mac or Ganondorf, bro. They can
Exactly,
actually
yeah.
get
It's
back
not
to
like, oh,
stage.
free win when they're off stage. Like, nah, bro. Well, for me, I just throw top down there and I usually get something. Gyro's broken.
Gyro be broken. That is definitely the mood.
Gyro.
It's kind of
down
crazy when
tilt.
I heard that whole thing about Wadi not practicing.
I know,
People were
right?
just like, that just shows how easy R.O.B is. But I'm just like, well, he also played Brawl since Brawl, so I'm just like, he probably doesn't really need to practice the game at this point.
There's a really funny tweet he has where it was like when someone tried to there was another like big argument on like talent versus like practice. They were like, ask top players when did they win their first local, and like Wadi was like, the first local I went to, I went undefeated. Wadi's just good. And I was like, well, that explains a lot. I'll blow up.
I mean, talent and hard work is like one of those things where it's like, it makes it seem like you don't have to, if you're if you have talent, that you don't have to work to where you're at. So I don't like to get into that kind of discussion.
To me, it's not like a set formula. Because like they make it seem like X amount of talent plus Y amount of hard work equals good player. So if you have more of one, you don't need as much of the other. But that's not the case. Like, there are really talented people who are really bad at practicing and have only stayed at about where they started. And there are some people who were awful who worked really hard like crazy and got where they were. And then there's also really talented people who also practice well and stayed good, and there's also people who suck and have a very hard time getting better. It's just people are people. You shouldn't compare yourself to other people's results, is the biggest kicker I've found. You should compare yourself to your own results and go, have I done better than I did before? Because that's the only thing you can accurately gauge, because everything else is there's too many variables. And I'm holding the other one, so I'm dead.
Yeah. I think you're right about that. I mean, you can't really gauge off what other people do because everyone
Exactly.
is different. I just don't agree when I don't know if you ever saw Best Ness's tweet.
Oh yeah. His whole
I
thing of
don't
like,
agree.
these many people will practice and never get good, and it's like, well, it's very pessimistic.
And I can understand where he's coming from though, because like
Actress.
a lot of players, they're just like naturally good, where it's like, this is why you can't gauge, because like some people just start off like really good,
Exactly.
and it's not anything that to say other than like they can understand certain things about the game or whatever it is that they're doing, whether it's like a job or whatever you're trying to compare it to. They just understand stuff a little better. They can react better, whatever the situation requires
exactly.
for that. But like,
That's the other part of it, is there's so many skills involved, because some people have really good reactions, but they're really bad at conditioning, so it's like, oh, they can react to things well and adapt, but they can't themselves, like, win games, because they don't know how to, like, close out stocks. Like, there's so many different skills involved in being good at Smash that it's, like, really hard to say, oh, you're just good, because you could be good at a lot of different things and also not good at things, and it makes different matter for different matchups and different games, and, like, being good is not simple. Is, I guess, the easiest way to put it.
yeah, there's not like a specific formula to be good other than
Have X good punish game plus a little amount of reaction plus this amount conditioning knowledge. Like, that's not how it works. It's just keep playing and keep improving.
I mean, I bet you though pro players get annoyed though when people always ask them, how do you get better at the game? I mean, there's, because like you said, there's not really like a specific answer to that, but
Yeah.
I also don't think that's like, if you weren't good at the game, you can never be good at the game. I think that's like a false.
Yeah. One of the top players in my region gets really frustrated when people ask him for help because he always feels like they aren't like doing enough with it. So like they'll ask him for help and then he'll notice their results don't really improve and he'll be like, well, why did you bother asking? And I kind of understand where he's coming from, but I don't like the attitude of it. It makes me, it seems like kind of self-centered. Of like, well, if my advice didn't help you, maybe that's because you weren't good enough. And it's like, well, no, maybe it didn't click, or maybe they don't understand it fully.
Yeah, we have a top player that's kind of like that, or a couple actually. But I just don't think they understand that, like, when you're already in that position where you don't really have to work. I mean, I wouldn't say work as hard, because like the thing is, if you like started off going 0-2 at tourneys, you have a lot more ground to make over someone who just like their first tournament, they only lost to like a star player or something. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I tell people when they ask me about it, because they're like, oh, how'd you get good? And I was like, I just kept playing. My first locals I went to in Utah, I went like 1-2 and occasionally 2-2. And then I kept going and I kept playing and I kept improving, and eventually I started going like 4-2 and occasionally 5-2. Eventually I got to top 20 in Utah. And then I come back to Sencal and now I'm PR. It's just from playing.
Oh, you're a friend of Peter?
Well, another one joining?
I appreciate the follow.
Designe's a cool guy. Can vouch for him. This is pretty close so far. 3-2.
3-2, yeah. Some good games actually.
They are. I like this
glad
matchup.
my training with Scats is starting to show itself a little bit.
It is. Like I can say that just now. Like when we first played, I was like a step above you, but now it's way closer. Like that. Like you put in work and it shows.
Well, that actually like serves into my point. Like, I wasn't that great at the game. I mean, I played all the Smash games, but I never played them like competitively. So like, when I went out to my first tournament in Ultimate, I was like, oh dang, there's a lot of good people out here.
I know, right?
And that probably has a lot to do with my region's like super stacked right now. But oh
yeah.
Thank you, Town and City, for that.
I remember when this had the shortest ceiling. Thank you, Smash 4. When Mewtwo up throw would kill here at 100.
Mewtwo's one of those characters, like, when I see someone using bracket, I'm, like, actually scared. Just because I'm just like, oh, they must be really good.
I've been working on my Mewtwo. I wanted to play him again, since I used to play him all the time in 4. So I miss him. But I'm not confident enough in him to pull him out in bracket yet. Especially when R.O.B does so much already.
I mean, that's fair. I thought I would have enough time there.
Hey, I did it again. One
I
of these
promise you're not
days
the
I'll
only one that
adapt.
falls for that. I promise. Everyone I play like falls for that like 5 or 6 times a say.
It's because I'm so used, like, it's conditioning. You got me. I'm thinking this will be the right move, and then it isn't. Dang, he ain't dying.
Snake's a thick boy.
Yeah. Dang it. Barely missed it. Nope, I ain't getting hit by that.
Oh!
I choose life.
I was like, oh well, I didn't get him, but I'll live. Nope, you're just gonna snipe my cipher right there.
Yep. Aha, that time I didn't get it.
Didn't work that time.
Yep. It only took 5 games.
I tried to do the footstool right there,
Yeah.
but I didn't even mash out fast enough, so that was the problem.
Yep.
I'm actually not that good of a masher. I don't mash that fast.
Yeah. I'm decent. Like, I can get out of some specific, like, death combo things. So, like, it doesn't work at, like, the earliest percents for some mash things. Like, Inkling Roller won't F smash kill me at, like, 90. But, like, eh. I can still get cheesed by stuff because sometimes I'm not expecting it, and I'm like, oh dang.
Oh yeah, Keyblade made a good point on your chat.
Yep.
Like, if you're talking about, I guess if Beth Ness is trying to like point out to that level, then I guess that's more understandable. But I mean, like, yeah, people like just pop out of nowhere sometimes and are like that. Like, Spargo wasn't someone that was in Smash 4 that we knew of.
MKLeo was literally some kid out of nowhere who was doing pretty good in Mexico. And we brought him to America where he did pretty good. But in a couple years of playing with really good people and years of like good experience and time, he's now the best player.
Well, he took
all that time.
Keyblade was like talking about like the lifespan of a game. So like,
oh yeah,
MKLeo, it basically
like
took him
Fallen,
the
for
end of
instance,
Smash 4
appeared
to, like,
at the end of 4, didn't he? And like he did good at the very end of 4. If 4 kept going, Fallen probably would have been the best Rosalina, like better than the Buzz.
I mean, I would be happy just being second best, honestly.
oh yeah, that is a good title still, especially because Rosa was a fairly popular character.
Wow. Yeah. I should just took the gyro, honestly.
If you want matchup knowledge for this, did I tell you about what to do with gyro?
Oh yeah. You can pick up gyro with down tilt, and if you pick it up, you just throw it up.
Yep, throw it straight up. The longer I don't have it, the better. I'm amazed down tilt or back air didn't hit me.
I did not mean to do Nikita.
I was gonna say that was prime up tilt position. Oh, you just kicked my gyro.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it appeared and had a little clank. I was thinking this will save me, and then you were just like, nah, have boot.
How did your gyro go flying like that?
I think you kicked it. Nope, nope. Don't look at me. I want to live.
I'm down a little bit. I had to go with something like that. Ah,
There. Catch the aggression after the bear. Yeah, that's pretty much true. With the other thing Keyblade said of like the one thing that where it doesn't matter how long the game's alive is pretty much speed running, because it's just about the game, so it doesn't matter if the game is old. But for like a fighting game or a shooter or an esport or something, the amount of time the game's been out plus the amount of time people like played it does factor in how good you can get. It does.
I think the other thing too is that like sometimes people aren't really sure if they want to get better. Like they want to be good at the game, but actually putting in the required work to do so.
Yep.
Can sometimes be like one of those things where it's like, well, if I told you all you had to do was this and this, maybe you would be inclined to do it. But if I told you there wasn't like a clear path to getting better, you just have to work on it.
Exactly.
You know, some people are just gonna like, I don't know. Uh-oh, I think my, oh, never mind. I don't know what happened.
You good? What happened?
I froze for a minute. My stream froze. Hold on.
Oh dang. Take your moment to look at it. That's important.
me see. I can't tell if it's on my end did it stop or if my thing just froze.
Yeah, your game.
I accidentally stepped on one of the HDMIs.
Oh no. Messed up the cable. Yeah, they're saying good points about that whole work too, because it's like, yeah, the practice is what's important. Practice needs to help and all that. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters. Is like a lot of people say stuff like that. Like I think Dark Wizzy straight up says like, even if you're really good, just keep playing and practicing. And yeah, a lot of people look at it and go like, how can I get good this quickly? How do I beat this person? And they expect like an easy solve of, oh well, if you did this adjustment, you'll now never lose to Crom. And it's like, well, no, it's not that easy. There is no shortcut. I agree with that entirely. In fact, I have like a bit of a motivation issue in Smash right now. Motivated to work as hard, so I don't practice as much as I probably should. I still do. Still play the game a bunch,
motivation is a huge
but
factor.
I don't like do super labbing.
People don't understand how big of a thing that is to where it's like if you're not motivated to play, it's hard to get better that way.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I encourage like rivalries and like people you want to beat and that kind of stuff. I encourage that because it's great motivation. So it's like, oh yeah, if there's this one player that, like this one character in matchup you really don't like, keep labbing and get really good at it, because it will be so satisfying when you finally beat it. That happened to me once in one specific tournament, where I got sent to losers really early, but in my losers run, I beat like 4 PR people ranked above me, including 2 of them that I had like never beaten. I was just like, I finally did it. I was able to beat them at least once. Hey, that one wasn't bad.
That actually fixed
That one was alright. I got 1. Oh, that one was pretty good.
What was the score? 5-2?
5-2, yeah.
It resetted my score. I didn't know it could do that. It never does that actually. So I did not know that it would do that. Alright. Now we got things going.
Try it again. There.
Oh, we finally got a small battle. What do you think about that stage? What's your opinion on that stage?
I like it. I'm actually really happy we have it. Cause I like that kind of 2-platform loadout. I think it's a really good idea for a lot of stages. But I don't like that the only one we had for so long is PS2, which is really big. So to me, I look at it and it's basically like, hey, we finally legalized Unova. Like, it's like, sweet. We have a Unova that doesn't have a really dark color, so it's hard to see things, and we don't have the little lip that Palutena mains complain about. So I'm happy we have it because it's such a good state idea.
Unova is not friendly for teleporters.
Yeah. I'm still kind of bummed we never legalized Unova, because like it's only messes up teleporting from straight below at that angle. So it's like it's not like it was that big of a loss. It was only for those like handful of matchups. So like Palu, Mewtwo, and not even Zelda because their teleport goes too far. You leave that missile away from me, mister.
Wow, that hit you.
Oh, I just blew it up with my own eyes.
I tried to tip.
That's Yoshi's eye. This, if you want to know Rob's worst stage, it's this. By far.
I think almost every Rob I ever played in bracket, I think this is like one of the stages that is instant ban.
This is my always ban. This map is so bad for Rob. I'm mad you got rid of Gyro. You were about to be stationed between me and it. Oh, I tried to hit it away with the outer part of Nair.
Oh.
Dang it, I almost had it. I was in the wrong spot for the later part though.
Cypher's an interesting tool, honestly. Like a worse gyro. If you can't like
It's
play
a
around
real
with it.
tricky way to recover. But I like the fact that like if you do it from behind an air dodge, it goes like through the stage. So it's like, hey, you trying to edge guard me? No. Hey, I did it again when you weren't even on the floor. Yep. There's the hit I needed.
Grenade might save me right there.
I was considering doing that or going for side B, thinking, I was like, is he gonna pull grenade or is he gonna like air dodge? Because if you air dodge, you would have fell on the side B. I was like, he's doing grenades, I'll do bear. Because I think bear will hit you and not grenade. At least it will if you're not turned around on me. I think if you're turned around, bear will hit grenade. Yeah, I'm agreeing more with what Draxus is talking about. In fact, there's a very specific example of that I've got with him. He had a real bad habit of doing like smash attack, spot dodge, like over and over whenever it would whiff. And after enough times, when we were playing, I would just point it out, and as I was punishing it, so it's like, and spot dodge, and he would immediately spot dodge and get punished by like me charging a smash attack. And he was like, dang it, I gotta stop doing that. And then he did, and now he like never does it when it's not safe. And it's really good. He saw an improvement in it.
KS HDO on your chat. The secret to winning Smash is to unplug your opponent's controller. Every time I've done that, I've actually won, so that's 100% true.
It has a guaranteed success rate.
That's guaranteed.
It never fails. The ultimate move.
The only problem is when you go against someone who has a pro controller.
You just press the sync button real quick.
3, 2, 1, go!
I think that's why they made pro controllers, honestly.
They're really good. I like pro controllers a lot. I used to use one, but then my stick on it started to drift, and I was like, well, back to GameCube I go.
Have you ever seen like those memes where like you're like playing a game and it's like your little brother or whatever wants to play and like there's
And you hand him like unplugged controller.
yeah, Nintendo was like, nah, we're gonna fix it.
How many times am I gonna do this? And never improve. I can't study. I never learn.
Okay, I was unsure what you were gonna do there because like you've already like run up and grabbed me like several times already from across the stage.
Run up smash. The heck was this?
Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta really hold forward and just double jump side B them off stage. Dang it, I misspaced it.
Oh, I still had armor right there.
Yep. Ooh, I'm very glad that hit you first. That would have definitely killed you. Jump. That time I didn't go for grabs for no reason.
I mean, grabs aren't that good in this game, I don't think.
Oh yeah. Well, they're alright. Grab range is really short, but they're pretty good because shield is so weak. Whew, just out of range of that hitbox. Just out of range of that hitbox, too.
Ah, grenade fell out. Bad. No!
Oh, just barely too far.
I was facing the wrong way, but there's really nothing I can do about it. I just have to like get closer to the ledge.
You had to be aware and air dodge it, or like be closer.
Well, I had already air dodged, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't air dodge after it if you did. I didn't know if it gave you it again or not. I completely forgot you had already air dodged until
I was
like right
I don't want to go up on there because he's just gonna dare me, and I can't air dodge to like let go of Cypher to hit him. Let me just try to go around.
Yeah.
That would have worked on Smashville though. It probably would have still
definitely.
worked there,
Since the
but
way
I
it's
just
shorter.
wasn't close enough.
It was close, yeah. At your percent, I think. Did you have a C4 out? You might have been able to like C4 tech and then up B.
I
Like
had to
under
blow.
stage.
I had to blow it on stage first, so I was able
Oh, yeah,
to
there
get
was
out
one
in their
out,
C4,
huh?
but it was too late by the time it exploded.
Yeah. I didn't know if one was on stage or not at the time. So if it was, then yeah, you wouldn't have had time to do it.
That's what we call it, F.
The F in the chat.
Big F.
The cat in the hat and the F in the chat.
So has y'all seen? Are y'all just doing like Wi-Fi stuff right now?
A couple players in my region have like their own personal discords they use, and so they'll like do small events there. And then I think one of the high schools in my area is like organizing tournaments, and some people are entering those even though they're not high schoolers, and I don't know how to feel about that honestly. But that's a thing that's happening. So there are ways of people playing still, and a couple people live close enough to each other to where like they organize 1v1 sessions with each other. Not me though, because I live an hour away, so I'm pretty much stuck. Hey, I did it again.
At least this
you're back
matchup
here
is
from
way
first.
more manageable with Snake than Bowser.
Oh yeah, Bowser I can just like do top combos on forever. Oh, my neck! You living?
say, I know that did not kill across stage.
That'll kill it.
Oh, I did not mean to do Nikita. I thought I was placing C4.
Oh man, too low percent. Hey, let go of that. Thank you.
Oh, you just get invincibility, so I guess that doesn't work on you. There's some characters that it works on.
Yeah.
I got greedy right there, so I thought I was gonna get hit by that gyro.
And then it bounced off. Can't punish that mid hits. Ooh, not yet. This is just both of us throwing out these kill moves and nothing killing.
Yeah.
They're not hitting.
Oh, oh.
Good grief. Oh, that's where it was. Yep, that crosses up.